Okay, so whoever has joined the previous session that we have started the Python, the beginning courses. So the first course, what we have learned, this is for the environmental setup, how to install Python, what is the link, and which particular ID we will be generally working on, that is PyCharm. Those kind of stuffs we have learned. So the basics thing just we have covered last day. I'll be just quickly repeating the same stuffs again for 1 or 2 minutes. Then we can going ahead with some data structure parts, just like the other data types, uh, just like list, dictionary, those things. And for a few more days, today or tomorrow, I'll be covering the basics thing. So just like some other data structures, tuple or set, I'll be covering tomorrow. And I'll be also going ahead with conditional operator, the looping part, the object-oriented programming, the class part, maybe day after tomorrow. Then after that thing, we'll be quickly covering the Python on top of data engineering. So how we are using Python as a data engineer's tool. Okay. So I'll be connecting the external database, the same MySQL database, and we can do the queries and all from Python itself. So just I'll be covering 2 more days, today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the Python basics thing. And when it is covered, then we can quickly go ahead with other external module. I'll be checking with some data analytics part as well. So that should be at the end of this week. So this is the plan for Python for the entire week. So today I'm just going to start my session. The first topic I already covered this thing. As a basic, so brief. What are the data types of Python? Okay. So the data types are generally int, float, bool, string, list, tuple, set, dictionary. The last four I'll be going ahead with much deeper way because those are very much useful while creating the data part. Data engineering part. So on top of a list, tuple, or set dictionary, we can create variety of tables. Okay. So I'll be covering this thing later with the basics thing. Just let me quickly cover integer, float, bool, string. I think you are quite aware of the steps. Just I'm telling once more time. Integer means no floating point decimal, just like anything. I'm assigning, okay, A is a variable over here. I'm assigning a value to A, that is A equal 4. I'm just going to, okay, in Python, any kind of data type, we can check with the type function, type of A. Okay, I can print the thing. Okay, first of all, this is a PyCharm editor. PyCharm, we can use the Python kind of code and we can quickly run executing these steps in that thing and we can check the output over here. The installation of PyCharm is, I'll be suggesting to use PyCharm. There are various things as well. You can run the thing from your command prompt window itself, but the most useful one, or you can work with separate ID if you have handy. But this is the most popular one. It's with, the main company is JetBrains, and uh, you cannot use the enterprise version over here for learning purpose. You can quickly use the community version as well. Okay, so this is it. The installation is very simple. You just have to download it and install it at your system, and that's it. Just you have to type the code over here. You have to open a py file .py, and you have to write the code and just execute the code. It should be the console output should be present over here. Okay, so the output just I'm getting class equal int. This is integer type class. Okay, now let me just divide something 4 by 6. I'm sure that that is not a definite integer value because 4 is not been divided by 6. That's why let me quickly run it. You can check it is float because 4.6, it's not a int. It should be a decimal point. Let me print the same thing over here as well. Print of A. Okay. Yes. So 4 by 6, the value should be 0.6666 onwards. So over here, in Python, it has the capability to quickly update a particular variable's data type. So earlier it was 4. When I just multiplied by 6, we are aware that, Python is aware that if we are dividing it, it should be having floating point numbers and the data type has been modified properly. Okay. Just like if you are aware of C or anything, we need to declare the data type at the earlier. Okay. So if it is a floating point, then it may throw error. Why a integer is storing floating point? So this kind of stuff. But over here, the variable, Python has that intelligence to update the variable's data type. Okay, so that is called float. The string type we already covered. Just like we can put any string, just we have to remember if this is a character kind of database, we need to put single inverted comma. Okay, it's like hello. It's a string data type, this one, class equals string, and the data type is hello. Sorry, the data type is string, the particular output is hello. But if we just remove that particular stuff, so from here, it should be throwing error because string should be enclosed by quote, or we can use double quote as well. Okay, there will be no issue. Here's one more thing. Suppose we have some apostrophe. Suppose uh, in single inverted comma, I'm putting I am Soptic. Okay, so here is the apostrophe keyword. Apostrophe is there. I am. So I cannot use it if I'm enclosing the quote at the beginning and at the end. Then Python is determining this thing as a string. Okay, and for the latter part, it should be throwing an error. Am I understandable? So for this kind of scenario, if we are using apostrophe, we need to put double quote at the beginning or at the end. So here, then this command within double quote, we will be detecting this the entire thing as a string. Okay, we can also use this kind of stuffs, slash, backslash, then use the stuffs. Okay, it is working as well. So this kind of quick thing we can learn. There is ape string as well in later chapter. We'll be quickly going through that one. What are the other data types? Float, boolean. Boolean means it should be returning true, false. This kind of stuffs. Only true or false. True T should be in caps. No inverted comma because this is just like no inverted comma should be there. Otherwise, it should be considered as string. Okay. Yeah, classical boolean. In short form, it's bull. Any kind of conditional operator, if there is any conditional operator, just like if, else, or any kind of stuff, so we can quickly having a comparison on any variables or anything, it should be returning Boolean data type. And it is very much helpful. Maybe it's not in practical scenario or quickly checking the things. It is not a useful data type, we can say, but the data type sense or later we can see its importance. Okay. If any kind of conditions implementation is there, at the internal side, it should be creating Boolean variable. Just like print, let me print a simple one. Print, just like I'm comparing 8 greater than 9. Okay. 8 is integer, 9 is integer. And I'm just putting this comparison. Okay. For Python, we can use hash as a commenting out part. So that particular part should not be executed. For SQL, we learned the comment out. If there is single line comment out, we can use for SQL. I'm telling. Maybe I have forgot this thing. Okay, double hyphen or multi-line. We can use this thing. Sorry, slash then star asterisk. When it is completed, we can just use this. This is for SQL, and for Python, commenting out is this. For developer, we need to commenting these things a lot. Maybe we are developing a big code, and for each of the scenario, just to remember why we are doing these things, we need to put these comments at beside a particular code that we are doing this part in this code snippet. So just to put some objectives there so that the next developer or when I am working on the same project in latter chapter, just to understand what I'm doing. Otherwise, to read the code, it should take a lot of time. But if we just quickly learn what is the objective and what are the things we are doing over there, then it's quite simple for us to understand the code or develop the code or modify the code. Okay. So that is why we can comment it out or comment the thing. Okay, let's coming back to the boolean. I'm just printing 8 greater than 9. It should be false because it's having comparison over here 8 greater than 9. Whether it's true, it's not true, it's false. That's why it's false. We just vice versa it. I mean, just put 10. Okay, 12 greater than 9. It should be having true. This is simple example that I mean, if we are doing any kind of comparison and we want to try to print that same comparison, then it should be showing us the boolean. Okay, boolean output. Okay, boolean string I have covered. Okay, I'll be covering list, but we have some more thing. Quickly, I'll be just covering f string. Suppose in the print we need to pass some variable value. Suppose the same thing, a equal 4 plus 5. Okay, print the value of a. Okay, I need to put single inverted comma, otherwise print thing will not be working. Okay, so how should we pass the value of a? I'll be not passing hard-coded 9 over here. I'll be calculating everything at the upper step and I'll be passing the value of a through variable. How to do that? If I just type, I mean run this thing, it should be passing the same string, not the value of a. So for that, f string is useful. F string just we need to, this is a conventional way to print the thing. We need to put f over here is f string. If f string is there, means Python will be understanding, will be passing some variable. We need to pass the variable value over here, and the variable should be inside curly braces in this way. Okay, so here is the variable. We just have to take the value of f from here, and just we need to declare this f string. This is a conventional way of printing. If I just run this thing, we can get this value from here. Okay. Later we can use a lot of things. I mean, while doing this is very simple things. I think if you are quite aware of the basics of Python, I think you have already gone through these steps. Just a quick, I mean, you can quick check or quick going through this part and all. Okay. Okay. Printing multiple lines as well. It should be helpful for other stuffs. Let me quickly check with you. Suppose we will be printing that stuffs with multiple line. Okay. Let me remove this thing. We are printing multiple lines. How to do that? If I run this thing, it would be throwing error. Okay. Then we need to use triple single quote. Okay. So then we can get the desired output. Okay. There is nothing. Remove this thing. Okay. The value of A. So this kind of, I mean, how much space we are implementing there. Whatever we are putting in print statement, that should be, the format should be same over here at the output. So this kind of print statement, we can go ahead by triple single inverted comma. Okay, any doubt? Those are very simple things. Hopefully there'll be no doubt. Just I'll be asking. If there is any doubt, quickly ask me. Okay, hopefully no. Okay, let me go ahead with this part, typecast. I'll be coming the latter part, I mean this part later. So typecast is casting some, I mean modifying the data type. Okay, just like I have Let me quickly show you. Just like I have a string, this kind of stuff. Let me quickly show you. Otherwise, you cannot understand. Suppose I have a variable just like x equal 5. Okay. I'm declaring another variable p equal. I'm just converting x. I'll be converting it to string. So this kind of typecast. So based on our data type or anything, maybe when we'll be handling data, we can see we need to update some data type for particular data type. Okay. So for that thing, we need to typecast it. Maybe we are doing performing some join or some addition or something. But to do that particular operation, we need to suppose I'm doing some addition. We need to keep both of the operand in the same data type. Maybe both of them should be integer. Maybe both of them should be one. One is string, one is integer. Then that should be failing. So we need to keep both of integer or both of float, or maybe one integer, one float. There'll be no issue. So this kind of stuff we need to. For this kind of stuffs, we need to typecast the thing as per our necessary. Okay. So just like I'm printing the stuffs x, I'm also printing p. Oh, sorry. Okay, both of them are 5. You are correct. But let me check the type. Okay, the first one is integer and the p is string because we are typecasting it as string. String of x. It's a function, and what the function is doing, it's modifying the data type of x and pushing it to p. It's a string. So the same way we can update to string any kind of data type to string, then integer, then float. This kind of operation is very much helpful. You can do that stuff. Let me give you an example on that one. So Deepti, last Friday, I think you asked me a question. So can we have some good programming of scanning some data from users and add it? Okay, I'll be just going and do the same thing. Okay, now
Okay.
for the example. So just quickly check it. I'm declaring a variable. Here I'll be using a new function as well. Okay, the function name is input. This is a inbuilt function. Okay, you can see input. Okay, one of the specialty of PyCharm or any kind of ID, if we just type the first keyword, it can determine if there is a variable. If this is a function, it will be showing us what kind of available function is there. If we are declaring any method, just typing one or two alphabet of this method, it will be showing us what are the methods, what are the list of methods it should be working on top of that variable. So this kind of intelligence the tool is having. So it's very much useful to use this kind of tool while debugging or any execution or any kind of practicing of codes. Okay. So I'll be taking input from user, the value equal I. Okay. Let me just take, I can put some statement over there. Please. Okay. I'll be calculating the age. Okay. Please enter your year of birth. Year of birth. Put a colon there. User can see the thing. And input function is the function that it will be take input data from user from the console. Okay, that is the necessary of the function. I'll be getting some value at I. Then I'll be subtracting age. I'm declaring a variable age equal. I need to put 2023 the present year minus I. Okay. Then I'm just printing year your age is age. Okay, I need to declare a f string there. F string is not working because I need to put f here. So this is a, I mean, small program. I am just getting users input. Then I'll be subtracting from present year from, I mean, that age, and I'll be printing that output of the age. Okay, this is a simple program. Let me run it. Okay, here in the console output, please enter your year of birth. Let me put 1992. Okay, I'm entering it. It's showing error because the input functions, whatever we are receiving, it's in string format. Okay, it's a type error because while it's doing this minus, subtracting it, 2023 is an integer and I is a string. Unsupported operand type for minus because integer and string, it will not doing the subtracting operator. So that's why input is taking, by default input it will be taking the string. Okay, so I need to typecast the thing. How to typecast? Let me put integer. The same thing, just like example. I mean, we checked it from there. Okay, the particular I has been typecasted over here. Let me just run the same code again. 1990. Okay, it's able to subtracting the thing. Now it's printing. Your age is 30, 33. Okay, it's clear. So I just gave you the example of typecast. So how much important it is. It's not only over here. It's a small example. But while using the data kind of operation, so you can quickly understand how important it is. So, Dipti, I covered that actually you are asking for, can we take something from input? So this kind of function we can use for taking input, but by default it should be character in format. Okay.
Okay.
So two examples at a single go you covered. Okay, let me check the other topic. I left it over there. Math function. Okay, first of all, what is function? Function, I think you just we already have gone through this kind of function. Just like this kind of typecast function, integer string, we already typecasted it. There are we use print function. Print function is there. We use type function. Okay, what is function? Function is already, I mean, it's inbuilt in the Python. We can use this kind of stuffs in our uh, ongoing program. Just like function should be, this particular thing should be in this way. Just like print function structure is this: open brace, close brace, and we need to pass some parameter. On top of the parameter, the particular activity should be, the Python should be doing. Okay. So those are inbuilt function. Later we will be covering the user defined function. So we can define some function at our own way, and the same function is reusable at the entire program level. So that kind of stuff we'll be covering maybe tomorrow. Okay, how user can define the function once and that can be used multiple times. Okay, actually if you just already covered any kind of programming language, I think it's quite simple for you. But who is new to Python or any other, any other programming language, you are doing this thing or you are doing the thing earlier and you forgot the thing, then it should be quickly brushing up your knowledge. That's all. Okay. So function means, this kind of stuffs I just told you, those activity we can quickly do with using just putting the function name and open brace, close brace, and we can put parameter. The output should be the activity the function will be doing. So just like I put some math function over there, I'll be going ahead with some other functions quickly. So those kind of math function we are having with us, just like abs means absolute value, round. It will be rounding up the decimal point. Quickly, let me quickly give you an example over here. It's like I equal 4.5. Okay, I'm rounding it up. Print round the function I. It's 4. Okay, it should be eliminating the decimal point. And let me have the -4. Okay. It should be, let me put absolute. It should be have using the absolute value for pi. It should be removing minus from for there. Okay. Just like this, I'm running it once more time. So absolute that we know that the modulus of -6, it should be eliminating minus. It should be taking only the absolute value. Okay. So lots of mathematical operation. If we are using trigonometric operation, sine, cos, tan, that is also possible from Python. I mean, every kind of thing is there. Maybe we need to import some other library. Just like sine operation, we can go ahead with that one. Let me check. I equal to sine x, sine, let me take, okay, it should be in radian value, okay, sine 3, it's a radian value, it's not in degree format, by default it's radian. It should be throwing an error, sine is not defined, okay. So by default, sine function will not be working, we need to import math module. I'll be coming, what is, I mean, what we are importing and all, okay. Later maybe after going ahead with classes. When the object-oriented programming, the main concept is class. When class is, we can inherit the class in other program as well. So this kind of stuff I'll be quickly covering. But just to quick heads up, how to use sine, cos, tan, those are in math module. So we can import the math module and using the same module over here, we can call the sine function from the math module. Okay, so we can get the output, but we need to import math module from there. The external module, I'll be talking this thing later. That should be good, maybe tomorrow. So those kind of things are there. Binary. Bin means binary. We can have binary operation. Okay. Suppose I equal binary of 8. Okay, 0b is the, that means binary. The binary of 8, it is written in this way. Okay, 1000, 1000, the binary form of 8. So same way we can decimal, convert it to decimal. So any kind of operation, I mean digital, analog, or any kind of, we can also go ahead with the hexadecimal with proper format, proper function, we just need to know. So just we need to avoid, and various application we can go ahead. As I told, I was handling some complex numbers as well, real imaginary over here, with some coefficient matrix. Uh, so this kind of stuff, square root we can do. Okay. Lots of stuffs we can go ahead. And this kind of stuff I'll be covering later, not now. So, yeah. So from maths perspective, not only from maths, lots of stuffs from basics. So I mean, from basics we can quickly learn from here. But if we do not know the exact function name, we can search it at Google, from Google as well. There is enough Python documentation. Just we need to put the function. If you're quite and good at mathematics, then all the mathematics operator. If you are solving some differential equation, that is also possible from, I mean, over here as well, quickly. Okay. I was few days I was trying to import Hankel function. I mean, those are a bit important at differential equation solution. So as the Python is evolving, lots of, I mean, there are various external libraries as well. They're implementing those stuffs, and we can import and use those kind of functions. So just to learn, you need to learn the basics, how to handle the Python IDs and all. Then you can quite aware how to search for the things and how to accomplish your project. You can quickly create the close snip, I mean, your code snippet with help from the web. What particular function you need to use and all, you can quickly search it from there. But you just need to import the thing from over here. So the basic thing you need to learn before going ahead with the Python developer. Okay, math module we just covered, built-in functions. Okay, those are some built-in functions. Okay. These are the functions on top of integer or floating point variable. So those are some functions as well as method on top of string. Let me show you. Here I just mentioned one function. This is a function. Okay. And if we just check dot, then a particular operation, this is called method. Let me quickly show you with an example what are the difference. So those are, let me copy enter stuffs from here. Those will be working on top of string. Okay. So let me declare a string age equal hello. Okay. Let me delete. Otherwise, that should be throwing error. I'll be putting length of hello, length of age. So length is a function len, and I'm passing this variable. Let me print it as well. What it should be returning as per the naming convention, it should be returning the length of the string. Okay. So hello hello, that is five. There are 5 alphabets, so that's why it's hello. It's a function. Okay. So function returns some value. So that's the operation of functions. And what is method now? Method, I can do any kind of operation on top of functions. So I mean on top of this particular object. What kind of function we can, what kind of activity we can do? Just type age. Age is your variable. Put dot. If you just put dot, your ID will help you. What are the methods? Okay. All the methods we can work on top of this age. Age means that particular string. So it will be simply defining you what kind of different things we can do on top of age. Those are methods. Methods is very much powerful actually. We'll be going at lots of methods on top of those data structure, list, dictionary, one by one, so that I mean you can have a quite good idea what the method can do. Okay. So what are the methods we are just checking? Let me quickly check upper. Let me put upper UPP. Okay, it is showing over here. Let me type it enter. What it will do? It will update the upper. Okay, the entire thing should be updated. Hello. There is capitalize. I just checked. Capitalize. What it should do? Let me press C and you can see capitalize. Okay. As this is self, that's why within braces we do not need to pass anything. Okay. It should be on self, means age. Age dot capitalize, then it should be working on top of age. So capitalize means it should be caps the first alphabet. Okay. What are the other stuffs? Find. We can find particular stuffs. That's all actually. Nothing more complex. Uh, find. Okay, find should be it should be returning the index. Or I have to put the index. Maybe I'm putting 1. No, I need to pass. Let me pass age. Let me check it. Okay, I got it. So find is the particular method which will be helping in the string. I mean, if I'm just putting a particular character, it is in which place of the string. It should be returning the same thing. Okay, let me pass E. It should be returning 1. Okay, in string, the position should be declared in this way. This is the 0th position. E is the first position, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just like if you have already gone through array. Okay, E is 1. So, this kind of thing, we can quickly check it. So, we can also check it in this way. String, suppose age, I'm passing 0. Okay, it's passing the zeroth element's value, 1. Okay, so this is called string slicing operator. So h within square bracket, we can pass the index value, and it will be helping us which particular index we need to print. There is also operator. Those kind of stuffs you can learn in the list as well. So 1 means which particular index we will be taking data. That is slicing operator. If we just want to slice, there is operation substring in particular SQL statement. We can use substring means we can take some portion of the string and we can print it. The same thing is slicing. Okay. So I'm taking from 0th position. I'll be printing two values. Okay. Let me execute it. HE. Okay. And after that, there is another topic. We can put the interval. Here, the default interval is 1. It should be repeating OA. When 0 means A is, then it should be repeated as E, this kind of stuff. Let me take it as 4. And I'll be, okay, let me take the entire thing, 5. I'll be printing gapping of 2. Okay. The incremental operator is 2. The first one is initializing, the indexing. The second one is the number of thing we can be counting, the 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the gap of 2 I'll be printing. Let me print it. H, then in this cell, then this O. Okay, it's printing in this way. So those are called string slicing. The same thing we can do the other data structure as well, which are following in this manner. It's like list, tuple, this kind of stuff quickly. Okay, so we have covered this thing. Okay, mutability and immutability. Okay, what is this thing? So some of the data type, just like integer, variable, some of the data type is mutable. Okay, and some of this data type is immutable. Especially this particular thing is appearing when I'm handling some array kind of data types, just like string. String, we can slice it, we can check particular position, what is the character value. But if I just want to update anything from here, this is the array of character, correct? I'm updating the first position, age, just like, uh, let me assign some value. That means I'm assigning some value L or suppose P. Okay, so what I'm just going to do, I'm assigning the 0th position to P. Okay, let me print it. Print H. It should be throwing an error because string is a particular data type. We cannot. It's not a mutable one. It's immutable. The same string I cannot update. I can create a new string with manipulating the same one. I can update there as the first alphabet as P. Okay, but the same string cannot be muted. So that is why it's immutable. Later I'll be coming with list and all. There we can see how list is mutable. And for choosing a data type or choosing a particular function, we need to we need to check the requirement, whether the data type should be mutable or immutable. Based on that, we need to take which kind of array we'll be taking. Because if you just go ahead, later I'll be going ahead what is list, what is set, what is tuple. So those are mainly some array kind of data structures. But some difference is some of them are mutable, some of are immutable. So we need to check which is the requirement. Based on that, we need to take whether we can take the list or whether we can choose the set and all this kind of concept. Okay. Okay. Till now, any doubt to anyone? Okay. Hopefully no. Let me cover up. Mutability, typecast we covered, list. I'll be covering list and dictionary today. The, from these data types, we will be just covering list and dictionary, and the upper stuffs are already covered. Tuple and set I'll be covering tomorrow. And then we can go ahead with conditional operator and for loop, while loop, the looping part. And after that, we'll be starting the data engineering part on top of Python. So, what is list? A list is mutable in nature, obviously. And how to declare the list? It's quite simple. Now we are just moving at quite in data part. Okay. Suppose list is, we can declare list as L1, and the declaration should be in square basis. So I'm declaring this thing 1, 2, 4, 6, multiple characters. Duplication should be there, no issue. So this is called a list. Just, it's set up some values. Okay. Let me check the type. Okay. This class is list. That means the class of, the data type L1 is list. It's determining by this square bracket only. To declare a list, we just need to follow this way, and it may be integer, or we can change the thing. Just like we can put some character over there as well. A. We can put boolean thing as well, false. Okay. What I've declared, I've declared some string over here. Let me put A, B, C, false. So this is also a list. How to print the list? We can simply print entire thing in L1. Okay, this way, and print the same thing. Okay, so list is a collection of not only integer, it should be multiple data types. We can, in a single manner, we can declare it in this way. And the slicing part is same, just like string we have covered. Just like print L1, the indexing part is same. I'm printing index 1. Okay. So it's the index 1 means this one. So in return, we are getting 2. Okay. So the same way we can check which kind of index, and the same thing is for over here. Whatever we just learned, I'm not repeating. The string slicing operator, we can put the first index, the particular which how many numbers we want to print, and the incremental operator, which gap we want to print. Just like that should be separated by semicolon only. Colon. This colon is not a semicolon. So you can put in this way. But the main concept string we can mute it. It's we can it's a muted in nature. It's a mutable data type, can say. How we can do that thing? So let me do the same thing. L1, I'm updating L1 0 equal something else. Let me just put CDE. I'm putting in this way. Let me print L1 again. Okay. So it's a mutable in nature. We can update the first one. So suppose we need to in our project, or suppose I'm working in a Uber. I'm in a company of online cab booking, Uber. So there I need to put the uh, particular coordinates of the location. Okay. Uh, in a particular data type. So there we do not need to put a mutant one, because the coordinate cannot be modified in any way. Coordinate should be fixed. So none of the developer or anyone cannot modify this variable. So while declaring this kind of variable, we do not need to use list over there, because list can be modified by any wrong way or anything. So that kind of quick requirement we need to check, and we need to check whether we can modify the list. We need to modify the particular data type or not. If the data that is required one, the array is modifiable, then we need to pick list. Okay. Otherwise, we can go ahead with other data types based on the requirement only. Okay, so what are the different operation we can go ahead? Those are the methods: append, insert, pop, count. There's lots of things. Just I picked very important one. So just I look going ahead one by one. L1 dot. Then I can see what are the particular thing. Let me go ahead with short. I can check the short thing. Short. Okay, I can sort the order. Print on top of that one. Otherwise, I cannot check the data. Okay, it is showing the error. Because if I'm just going to sort, the particular list should not be combination of string and integer. Okay, fine. Let me update the same. It's already sorted. Let me just put some other things. 3 there. Okay, so one more important thing. So just like function, the method has the capability, it can modify the same particular list. So I do not have to print L1 dot short. Rather, sorry, what we can do, we can type this thing. It's the capability of the method. It can update. I'm sorting the thing over here. Now L1 is sorted. I just need to print L1. Okay. Okay. We can check it has been sorted from, it's in ascending manner. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 6. So for this using of method, we need to check. We need to return proper value because a method is so much powerful. It will be updating its own properties L1. Okay. Then we just need to check only L1, not the entire stuffs anymore. Let me check with other thing. Append. Append will append some new value. Let me put 4 or let me put 100. Okay. Append, it should be appending the last value. This thing as a last element, just like a queue. Okay. What are the other things? So the same way you can quickly, insert it. Insert pop, can pop it. Pop means it will be. Okay, now 100 is not there. You need to add 100. Otherwise, it will be throwing error because no such element is there. Okay, pop should not be passing anything. Sorry for my bad. Pop, we just need to write it. It should be popping the last element, just like the queue. Okay, it has just removed the last element. Okay, first in, first out, just like if I just take this thing as a first, then it will be appending from here. It will be popping from here. Pop out. So those kind of stuff. See, insert is there. Count. We can take the quick count. Short. We just already go ahead. So you can go ahead the thing one by one. In the details chapter, for each kind of operation, we can take the thing later. How the things is working. But you just need to aware what is list. How to put the methods there. There are lots of methods. You can search the Python documentation quickly. You can see in list there are more than 50 methods are there for each kind of operation. Just we need to aware which kind of operation we requires, then we can quickly search with Python documentation. But both those are the very important steps. Just if you just have some hands-on experience, you can quickly learn what to search in Python documentation and how to get the proper method name there. Even the ID would be also helping us with the command line or proper keyword there. Okay. So this is called list. And today's last topic is dictionary. Dictionary is the another data type which is useful for storing key value pair. Okay. So the normal naming, declaration convention is curly braces. Okay. And there we need to declare key value. Just like I have to declare a set of key that is a string in nature. I need to put single inverted comma there. Okay, the value of A, I'm putting 1. Okay, so this is a dictionary. It should be open and end with curly braces. And there are two data actually. This is first data, this is second data. But each of the data should be having key, and with the key there should be one value. So this is the value, and this is called index. Just like list to here, it should be having 0th index, first index, second index, and by default time 0th index should be this. The first one should be 0th index. But over here we have the capability. So the key is the index of that data over here. So it's also just like if we just declaring a dictionary, it's working as a NoSQL part. But maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, when I'll be going as the data engineering, we can quickly check how we can convert the same thing with tabular format. Just have to convert key value pair to row column level. We have the capability to converting this thing with pandas or any other module. We'll be checking that stuffs. Just we need to wait for 1 or 2 more days. Just I'll be covering the basics and be coming to this thing later. Let me quickly print what is the type of L1 now. It's a dictionary. So dictionary should be dict keyword. DICT. Okay. So over here, how to check the slicing part? We do not have to check the index. We have the key. So just we need to print L1, then the key value. Suppose A. Okay. I need to put in this way. Okay. So it is returning 1. So we can call the thing, we can check the thing in this way. Okay. So same kind of stuff. I mean, these are the slicing part. That's like string list. We just have to call by the key and check the value. The same way we can, there is lots of, okay, this kind of methods available over there. We can clear it. We can copy the thing, can copy the dictionary within another dictionary. Then we need to use another dictionary name. Suppose L2. L2 should be L1. Okay. Let me print L2. Okay, L2 is having the same architecture just like L1. So this kind of thing we can copy it, can pop it, we can clear the thing. If we are clearing it, no need to create a new one. Clear means the data should be cleared from L1. Okay, it's an empty dictionary. So those are called method. We just need to know the basic architecture, how to slice the particular architecture, and what are the different methods we can work on each of the data type. So those are main fundamental concept we just covered for list and dictionary. Tomorrow I'll be going ahead with the other two, set and tuple quickly, and we'll be covering the other thing, just like use some user defined function, how to declare it, conditional operator, or the looping part as well. So those kind of stuffs, the basic things we can cover tomorrow session. So that's all from today's session. Any doubt from anyone? Okay, hopefully no. So let's connect tomorrow with the next session with some more details with the other topics. Okay, then see you tomorrow. Bye bye.